Okay, now let's have a look at the Fury line. Now Fury, you really just pressed Bloodthirst, Whirlwind, and Slam when you got a Blood Surge proc. The Slam with the Blood Surge procs, the free Slam, they're still there. But there's now a brand new ability for Fury called Raging Blow, right in the middle of the tree, which can only be used when enraged. The other big thing about Fury that they've actually changed, and you will notice, is that you can actually use either Titan's Grip, or you can use an ability called Single-Minded Fury. And that will allow you to, when you dual wield two one-handed weapons, you deal significant additional damage. Okay? So it's up to you. If you level up to 85 and you can't find two decent two-handed weapons because they cost more DKP or whatever, or you don't want to look cool, you can use two one-handed weapons.
If you don't want to look cool.
Well, I mean, what the fuck is the point in going Fury if you want to use two one-handed?
Because if you're leveling, you won't have access to Titan's Grip yet.
Bollocks. Bollocks. Get two-handers. Fuck off. Just be arms if you don't want to be two... Oh, what are these? What's the point in this talent? Anyway, Blizzard obviously decided that they'd say fuck warriors, and they've only given us one two-handed weapon. So I actually can't show you Titan's Grip.
Shit.
But I can show you this other one.
Can't you get one from the auction
No, I
house?
can just use two one-handers. I can use the other one instead of Titan's Grip.
Oh.
But one of these
right,
weapons is like
okay.
a tank weapon, so I'm just going to have to do that. Oh, I can't even dual wield at the moment until I flip in Spec Fury.
Yeah.
It's a bit annoying. So okay, Fury. Bloodthirst, baseline, level 10. Awesome. Bloodthirst heals some of your health, not very much. 0.5% for 3 hits. Bit crap. But it's okay. Dual wield specialization. Good. Good talent. Precision.
It's a bit pointless. Why is that a talent? Why isn't that just baked into the specialization? Because you're gonna have that any, you know. There's no way you're not going to be dual wielding as Fury.
No, that is sorry, that's the basic
Weird.
Fury. You get that straight away when you press Fury.
Oh.
It's on the front of the tree.
Oh right, sorry.
Precision as well, and your mastery is increases the benefit of abilities that cause or require you to be enraged by 36%. It could be good, it could be terrible. I don't know. I don't really like the idea of it. It doesn't sound particularly exciting. Anyway, there you go. It's not exactly magical, but it's there. In the talent tree we have at the bottom, increases the critical strike chance of Bloodthirst. You need that. Your Bloodthirst has a 15% chance to make your next special attack consume less rage. We need that. At the bottom here we've got Blood Craze as well. After taking any damage, you have a 10% chance to regenerate 7.5% of your total health over 5 seconds. I think that's a good talent to have in any situation, but I don't think a lot of people are going to be taking it for PvE. Executioner. Your execute hits have a 100% chance to improve your melee attack speed by 5%. That's a good one. Talked about it in the arms tree. Good one. I like it. I think people should use it. Booming Voice reduces the cooldown of Battle Shout and Commanding Shout by 15 seconds and causes those abilities to generate 30 seconds and give you 10 additional rage. I think this is a great ability because the amount of times I use Horn of Winter as my Death Knight is amazing, and I get like 10 runic power for pressing that. You get 30 rage for pressing Battle Shout, and you know, if you're having to run away from a boss or run out of fire and you're out of line of sight and you can't melee it, just use a global cooldown to put Battle Shout up again. You've got 30 extra rage which you can splob into the boss with an extra hit of something. It's good. It's worth having. I made up a few extra words there as well. I'm not sure splob is a word, but it's like half past minute.
It sounds like it is.
Rude Interruption. Successfully interrupting a spell with Pummel gives you a 10% damage bonus, 5% damage bonus.
Encourages people to use their interrupts.
It does. It really does. I think it's a good ability.
So they can do bigger numbers. Yeah.
Piercing Howl causes all enemies within 10 yards to be dazed, reducing their movement speed. Costs 10 rage It's instant. Could be spammed. I mean, I don't know why I didn't take this as the arms PvP one, and you can. You know, I think it's a very good ability. I'm taking every single talent point so far. Flurry increases your attack speed by 25% for the next 3 strings after dealing a melee critical strike. Yeah, blah blah blah. Flurry is good. Death Wish. This is your basic enrage cooldown button. You press it, you get enraged. You can use Raging Blow, which is the new Fury button that you press when you do anything. You press it on cooldown when you're enraged. Although, I mean, there aren't that many ways to get enraged. There's only 3 ways to get enraged that I know of. Death Wish, Berserker Rage, which lasts for 10 seconds every 30 seconds, and Enrage, this talent here, which gives you a 9% chance to be enraged for 9 seconds, giving you a 30% damage bonus. So, you know, if you have Death Wish up for 30 seconds, then you can go into Berserker Rage for 10 seconds, then hopefully you'll have an enraged to put you through a bit more of enraged time. You know, you've got at least 40 seconds of enraged there where you can spam your Raging Blow, and you know, you can keep going with enrage and Berserker Rage and be enraged quite a lot. Rampage is the raid buff, gives you critical strike chance and buffs your critical strike chance raid. Looks like this is the leader of the pack raid buff. Heroic Fury removes any immobilization effects from you and gives you a refreshed cooldown of intercept. This is in the game. This is a PvP ability. This is okay. Die by the Sword. Very, very interesting ability here in Fury. A little bit like the Mage one, which when you go cauterize, which when you're about, it's like a kind of like a cheat death ability. It increases your parry chance by 100% for 8 seconds when you are brought to 20% health or less. Okay, so if there's like a boss, he accidentally melees you, you might be able to survive. If you don't get one shot.
Why would the boss accidentally melee you?
If you accidentally pull out your
sorry,
boss,
I thought you were the tank. The fuck?
Yeah, okay. I suppose there won't be many accidental uses for that, but it can only occur once. It's a cheap death. It's kind of fun. It's actually a lot of fun, and that's gonna be fucking annoying as hell in battlegrounds and in arena. The amount of time that someone's gonna, like a rogue or something, is just gonna be parried for 8 seconds before he can kill you. It's just gonna annoy the fuck out of them. And rogues get annoyed by warriors anyway. Jesus Christ. Furious attacks. Your auto attacks have a chance to reduce all healing done to the target by 20%. I think this should be 25% if it's the same as the Mortal Strike debuff, so I think that might be a bug on the tooltip. Meat Cleaver. Dealing damage with Cleave or Whirlwind increases the damage of Cleave and Whirlwind, stacking 3 times, 10% for 10 seconds. So this is your AoE. I think what they're trying to do, I'm pretty positive actually what they're doing with Fury, is they're taking out Whirlwind of your rotation, you're using Raging Blow instead, and Whirlwind and Cleave become your AoE. Obviously you're going to be popping Heroic Strikes in there as well, because I think you probably take this Insight talent at the bottom of Prot. You've got 3 slams, bear that in mind, they're going to be a proc, so you're not going to be pressing slam like arms do. So this is the 3 slams one. Blood Surge. Your Bloodthirst hits have a 30% chance of making your next slam instant. Okay, so you get 3 slams. Slams! Intensify Rage. Reduces the cooldown of Berserker Rage, Recklessness and Death Wish by 20%. Good talent. Need that. It's good. Skirmisher. Reduces the cooldown of Intercept and Heroic Leap. PvP ability. Don't know if you take it for raids. And then, like I said at the end here, you've got either Titan's Grip, which is 2 two-handed weapons, dual wielding two-handed, which is awesome, best idea ever. Whoever managed to get this in the game should be given a medal. Or Single-Minded Fury, whoever put this in the game should be fired from Blizzard and then like kicked in the arse on the way out.
Fired
the door.
out of a cannon.
There you go. So 3 points in Insight in the bottom of the prop tree. 3 points in War Academy at the bottom of that tree. probably put a couple in blitz, and probably want 3 out of 3 deep wounds as well. I could probably squeeze a point out of here somewhere. Actually, I can't squeeze a point out of there, but it will either be 3 out of 3 deep wounds, and 2 out of 3 insight, or the other way round. I don't know how often you're going to be using Heroic Strike, so maybe not so much. Maybe the deep wounds is better. Although I am using 2 one-handers, so maybe... oh fuck, I don't know. Something like that. That's about right. Yeah? Yeah, that's about right.
Sure! Why not? Sure.
Glyphs wise, I mean, we've got... again, there's not much choice though, these days. If you're going Fury, you're going to use Bloodthirst, you're going to use Raging Blow. I mean, it kind of writes it for you. And you're going to use... well, you're not going to use Blade Storm, Devastate, Mortal Strike, Overpower, Revenge, or Shield Slam. So you've got to put the Slam one in. Sorry, this is the Bloodthirst proc here. It's a very nice power aura, which tells you your next Slam is free. Oh, lagging.
Yeah, me too.
But I would have slammed you there if it wasn't lagging.
Haha.
There we are, free slam, got you. Actually, because of this bottom talent here, your slam hits with both weapons. So if you're using 2 one-handed weapons, you would have seen that slam hit 2 yellow numbers. Much like the arms rotation, I can see this entire thing being put on a G15 macro bar kind of thing, and the person just, you know, like watching out for the slam procs, hitting those. But it's not as bad, I don't think, as the arms one. I'm not sure how often you use Heroic Strike. We'll see. But I mean, I really didn't have much of a chance to use it then, so I don't know whether this insight thing is actually any good at all. But again, I could be completely wrong, and in fact, Heroic Strike might be, you know, totally awesome. I'm just being wrong. Roar! If I spam in a rage, look at that. Isn't it mental?
Fucking hell spell. Ah! Help! Oh god,
oh my god,
there's a
someone
warlock here. Help me! I'm under attack! Help! For the love of God!
I'm gonna chase this woman with my... oh no, where's she gone? Oh, she's flown off.
I'm not fucking surprised she's run off.